Hi Pisces, thank you for tuning in. This is your reading for 2021. So it is your yearly tarot reading. I hope all is well out there. If you're watching this in January, then Happy New Year. And if you're watching this in December, then happy holiday season. All right. I am going to shuffle and I'm going to put cards down, 12 cards first to start off. Then every card will represent one of the months of this year. For January, we have the Seven of Pentacles, and for February, we have the Knight of Pentacles. That already starts off pretty damn good, Pisces. Right, actually got like a song for you in the beginning, like this year. I really feel that the things that represent you, you know, the 12th house will be very enhanced this year. You'll find yourself in between feeling earthed and feeling like you're up in the sky, basically, or in between two worlds a lot more times than you may have felt in 2020. I feel like this is like this waving energy of your intuition and your dream states and things like that sort of merging together. For some reason, I just feel like you're just vibing, like you're just flowing and just vibing, and it's like things just may not always make sense to others, but this year you're just like, oh, I'm just gonna be myself. You see, you're just going to be yourself and find confidence and comfort in that at the same time. Your uniqueness and you, what makes you a Pisces, what makes you special, to really enhance and embrace it to the next level. All right, beautiful. You have the Queen of Wands for March, and for September, girl. For April, you have the beautiful Chariot card. Then we have for May the Two of Swords, and the June card will be the High Priestess. I know the months, okay? For some reason I'm flowing a little bit, but the June card is the High Priestess. Then we'll have July, your fellow water sign Cancer, Five of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. I see where this reading wants to move us towards. All right, and then we have for September's card, please. September. There we go. The Moon, which is you. That's beautiful. October is represented by the Scorpio card. Beautiful, of course. It's their season, or the beginning of their season. Then for November, you have the Nine of Wands, and at the end of the year, so December card will be represented by the beautiful King of Wands. Okay, let's get an extra card out. The Three of Swords, and that comes in with the one more card next to the Three of Swords, please. The beautiful Judgment card. All right. So, what I'm instantly picking up, and it happens twice this year, and I feel it's connected to the eclipses seasons and like sort of the aftermath of the eclipses. You have certain expectations and certain things and goals you dream of and work towards and you invest in. Like you really are focused and investing time and energy into making something work, and especially in the beginning of the year. The moment you are about to give up and you're like, you know what, maybe this isn't for me, or you know what, I'm just, you know, not feeling it, or like I don't even know what I'm doing anymore, and it's like I gave it my all and I'm just not seeing any results. Well, I'm just gonna let it go for a little bit because I don't know what else to do to control this or to change this. You get results. It's like just the moment where you're like, I'm gonna quit, or I'm just gonna do something different. You get the results. And that begins at the beginning of the year with, like, see the Seven of Pentacles representing like I've invested all this time and all I got out is this. And then the next card is Nine of Pentacles, meaning that it's a slow moving energy, but a very steady result and offer, and something that you can actually build something stable upon, you see. So the Nine of Pentacles, you take what you received, you take the lessons, you take the results and all of that to the next month, and to, you know, up on your journey and to your next step. So what I feel with March, you know, and April, really high in your energy, because, you know, it's your season. You have the Queen of Wands and the Chariot, so it's like, okay, I'm feeling more confident in who I am, what I stand for, that I may be different than other people around me, but I think that that makes me special, and I'm not going to sort of, you know, go with the flow, like camouflage, like a chameleon, you see, with the colors that are people, you know, are giving to me, and I'm just going to camouflage myself into them. I'm just going to mix myself into their color, you know, palette. It's like something you also naturally possess. You're really good at that. You can almost connect to anyone, because you can sort of take on their energy or just be actually interested in so many different things, and so many different things interest you and you want to learn or you know more of. So, but it also sometimes takes you everywhere and nowhere at the same time, and I think that you're more focused on your energy, because I do see a shift and change happening. You might actually make a major shift in the beginning of the year when it comes to your career. Maybe it's, you know, a choice you make willingly, or it's just something that happens. But I see you working more from a home base, or at least creating a more of a solid foundation when it comes to your career. So maybe instead of having flexible workplace, you actually get your own office, or you get your own place where you can, like, you know, make it yours and like create a space, a safe creative space for yourself. Like I said, it could be an existing job, could be an existing building, but it could also definitely be from moving it from this secured thing to like more of a solid foundation in a surrounding where I feel comfortable, or I'm gonna create a new foundation in a new setting, but make it mine and put my stamp on it. That's what I'm feeling with the Queen of Wands and the Chariot. And also because you have, a lot of 10th house and 4th house energy, it really is about where do you feel at home, and also your job, your career, like your career life, like you want to feel like it's connected to home. So maybe connected to your soul, you see, your home. So the Chariot, it's represented by Cancer. So it could be a Cancer energy that comes in and gives you that confidence, because they're also really living in their, standing strongly in the spirituality, and they're just knowing things in their intuitive energy. And I really feel like you're rediscovering your own magic, and it was there all along, but now you feel more strongly drawn towards it. So you reclaim your power, also understanding that you might actually give up on something where you actually invest a lot in, but you're taking it as a life experience of like, okay, I did learn this from that. Maybe it's 20, you might have had these things of before 2020 started, like end of 2019. It's like, sorry, Pisces, my phone is tripping. Anyway, let's move on. Like you might have certain goals and dreams, focus of like, I want to do this year, or I want to make that happen. And, because 2020 went the way it went, it might felt a little bit stagnant, or you might have felt like, okay, this is going to be my travel year. And then it wasn't. Well, probably not. But I do see that if you're open for change, if you're open for things just flowing in, or if it, leaves your pathway, then you feel like, okay, it was meant to, because something else is going to come in. Very strong belief in yourself, but also in divine timing this year can help you open up your heart and open up the results, basically, and make things happen for you quicker. I do see maybe for you, it's like a lot of Zoom calls and things like that. That's something that I do feel around your career. Like it actually goes a lot over the internet, connecting with people overseas, but then in like, more technological way instead of a physical way. So when we're, coming into May and June, those months would really take you on a deeper level into the unknown. into your inner, it's like really an internal energy that I'm feeling strongly. And you are finding yourself maybe, you know, in a conversation, and like, you know, you all of a sudden think about something completely different, like you're off, you see, you can focus for a little bit and then you're like, oh, I'm here, oh wait, do you remember? You see, and it's just, it goes with flow, like I said, you're between two worlds. Sometimes it just absorbs you and then you're like, okay, whoa, I'm getting this amazing idea, or like I get it now, or I see it now, or you really are trusting your intuitive guidance much more. And it's so powerful because I love to see you guys in this energy. The High Priestess is just, you know, really connect to you. And I see that the moon and like the lunar eclipses, but also just the moon in general, the phases of the moon is something that you just let yourself be guided by this year. And I think it's very powerful, definitely. In July, you might find yourself in between two worlds, because you might have made a career switch where you're like not instantly getting, you know, the same amount of money or something like that, but that will come instantly. You see, I told you with the 7 of Pentacles, and next year is, you know, 9 of Pentacles, and then you have the 5 of Pentacles here, and then you actually have the 10 and the next one. So every time when you think, okay, I'm low, I don't know, and it's like, I'm just going to let it play out. I'm not gonna try and control something I cannot control right now. I'm not gonna stress about something I cannot change right now. And it's just really allowing the universe to send its energy to you to make certain blockages being, you know, removed. And that's something that I feel very strongly with this 10 of Pentacles. It's like the moment you start to sort of feel low or come from a low frequency, you're being sort of attracted back into a different space, and you catch yourself very quickly. If you not let your fear overrule that frequency of like, you know, and your intuitive guidance, then you'll definitely see the results pretty quickly. You might feel left out in the cold, but it's because someone may have to travel somewhere or is not around in the month of July, but in the month of August everything seems to be connected. All right, so the moon card for September is beautiful because it's you, so you really might feel in your element, like you're guided somewhere, and then you find yourself in this new thing and you're like, I'm a little overwhelmed, and then you take the next step in that. And I feel that journey is like really just taking a step. You're walking a ladder this year. Then in the month of October, which comes through very strongly, the Death card, and of course it's the Scorpio card. So with that, with the moon and the Death, it's like there will be new beginnings. There will be things that come to an end and start fresh, but you cannot control or know everything. It's gonna come in. Don't put fear towards it. Let it happen naturally. Because I do see that something might be removed from your surrounding, from your, you know, safe place where you're like on the fence about, but actually you see that it's supposed to happen that way. You start to see a pattern and really tune into that in a deeper level. Everything you feel has been taken away from you, or you're feeling left out in, or feeling like you're being neglected, it will be shown to you that it's supposed to happen that way for your journey, and supposed to create space for something new, for something better, for something that takes you to that next step on that ladder. And I feel that that's a journey where you will be on in 2021. It's a very powerful one. It's a lot of motivation, a lot of inspiration, a lot of moments where you actually have a great set of confidence and just believing in yourself. I think that just sometimes comes through, and it's also testing you here and there. So it's overcoming sadness and bringing yourself to that level of healing and allowing that healing to take place, so you can go beyond in that energy that they're asking you to go towards, in you being you and the magic that you hold. All right, let's clarify some cards. Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, beginning of the year. Can I get a card on that? Beautiful. Again, the Aquarius card shows up, okay? This is because the Aquarius end is really strong this year, but in the beginning of the month we always have Aquarius season, and it is connected to your soul's journey. You might actually see why certain things took the way, you know, the amount of time that it took, and you're getting a payout, you know, with the Star card. You might actually finally receive a solid offer from an Aquarius. Aquarius are moving forward this year as well, so if you're waiting on an answer from Aquarius, you will definitely see a solid answer, a solid, you know, offer coming in that month, in the month of February, I feel. You have the Emperor. Beautiful. Yeah, you're taking your seat. Okay, you're taking your seat on the throne beautifully. I want a card for May and June, please. May and June 2021. I want an extra card for May and June. Wow. Beautiful. 10 of Cups with the 4 of Wands. That's powerful. So that indicates peace of mind, feeling content, feeling happy, feeling like things are falling into place, and that you trust your intuition and it's guiding you towards what makes you happy. So very solid connection. I feel summertime for a lot of people. Love is just vibing. Like love is just, you know, like I had that with Scorpio as well. Really feeling a deeper sense of connection. I need to know why the 5 of Pentacles comes after that though. You might actually move into, yeah, it's a shift of focus. Okay, that's important. Okay, you might actually feel a little bit neglected in the month of July because a partner could focus their energy towards you and it's all good, but then it has to reset the focus on the coins. But it also could be you, Pisces, that is really, you know, focused on family. You might have family gatherings, you know, with barbecues or things like that, and then in July you're like, okay, you know what, I kind of been neglecting like my financial situation. I need to focus. There's a shift happening in your focus from wanting to take your financial security up to a next level. You might actually feel like, you know what, I'm seeing all these people on vacation. I kind of want to go there. You know what, I'm going to spare up my money so I can take that trip next year or something like that. It could be something in that, you know, direction. But I feel overall it's like you're having a change of mind. You really are focusing on manifesting, but you see this shift of energy in your finances, like your 5 of Pentacles with then you have the Wheel of Fortune, which indicates that shift, and then you have the King of Pentacles, and then you have the 10 of Pentacles. So it's a major shift. You might actually receive an offer or, you know, a finances. You know, might have actually had a financial plan, or maybe you find the house you really want to buy and you get your finances done this year in, you know, the summer months, let's put it like that. And then you're like really happy about it. And it's like, you actually might have your eyes on 2 houses, 2 properties, and you are not sure which one is going to come in for you. So it might be actually going between 2 properties at the same time. Or maybe there are 2 buyers. You're one of the buyer and another person. And you're like, I'm in, you know, in the middle of like, am I going to get the house? But I do feel like you're going to get the house if that's something you feel connected to, because of the 10 of Pentacles here and the Moon card. It's like, yeah, you get a property where you will stay for a very long time, because things like that just stay with you for a very long time. Or you actually want to focus on long-term planning, long-term business, you know. Okay, let's clarify the Moon card and the Death card. The Moon and the Death card, beautiful. Okay, you're seeing 6 of Wands. Yeah, and the Temperance. All right, so that means it indicates that certain things might come to an end because you also need to put yourself in the first place. Okay, so you might feel overwhelmed. One sec. Yeah. that period of time, so we're talking about, you know, September, October, November, maybe even, it's like you're actually rising up. Many people want something from you, but you actually might find yourself in a very low energy state. It's time to, you know, put things on a lower burner and actually focus on your health and healing certain things. Because if you don't do it, I see you're very, you know, you're like, maybe actually have something and you're sick or something like that, and like, you know what, I'm fine, I'm fine. But it's not the way to go. This year is like, if you are feeling exhausted, rest, because it's always the best ingredient. Because if you won't, and you extend yourself, keep on doing it and neglecting it, you're going to be sitting down on the couch for a much longer period of time, and you don't want that. So make sure that you're balanced and ready for the shift happening for you. And I want to clarify the 9 of Wands, where you're looking towards. The King of Swords. Yeah, it's like that's that energy in Aquarius, you see, this year, it's like, you have to sort of play by the rules. If you're trying to bend the rules this year of your physical body hurts, you're exhausted, then you can't ignore it and be like, okay, but I'm just not gonna give into it. I'm just, you know, if I don't give into it, I'm not gonna feel it anymore. No, it's like you have to sort of play by the rules, and if you do, then in between that, you can really make things work, because you have a lot more freedom, you know, within the rules than you actually think, because you will be creative enough to look beyond it. And it's like, okay, I can still stay in this line, but I can, you know, make circles. And then you do, and it's like actually works out great for you. With the work with an energy, you see, it's like almost being in a classroom, and you have like an intern that's sort of observing what's happening in a classroom, but they won't really get up and tell you what you can and cannot do, but yet you are in a certain building, in a certain classroom, and if things really go too far, that person will call somebody and say like, listen, they're doing this, I don't want to bother you with it, but I don't know what to do with this, but I will tell. Okay, like they will tell you. I'm just saying that. But if it's okay and you're doing your own thing, you got your freedom in a classroom, but you just need to make sure you're not bending the rules too much. Okay, because then what it will give you is actually that power. Because we will get, and I feel that strongly for all of us, we will get fooled, or at least told that we can't really move, like that we are being controlled. But there are certain things they cannot control. And that's where you need to explore and expand yourself this year. Because we feel controlled. You see, now you can leave the house, can have, you know, big parties with people, and, you know, it's like you can go, for example, right now, all restaurants and bars, everything is closed in this country. So you can't go out for lunch, like can go to a physical place and go out for lunch. But the thing is that I make real good lunch, you know, so I can just do it at home as well. So, like, you know, certain things like that, like they give you something, you can't go out for lunch, but doesn't mean you can't have good lunch. I can fix something, you know. And that's just the thing, like that, is try and look beyond what they're saying you can and cannot do. Don't let yourself get down by that, but actually get motivated and inspired to, you know, between the lines, just make it yours, create yours. And you feeling much more in control than people want you to feel, but you got control over that. And I think it's very powerful. So you put rainy days into sunny days, and it's just the way you look at it and the way you embrace the things that you think you need, but you don't really need. And then you rediscover certain things you already have, which are way more valuable if you put your focus into it, Pisces. All right? I'm going to pick up one more spirit message for you for this year. What's the spirit message for Pisces for 2021? What's the spirit message? Spirit message is forgiveness. Beautiful card. Okay. Holding on to resentment and anger is preventing you. One sec. Throat chakra. Wow. Holding on to resentment and anger is preventing you or even suffocating your spiritual growth. That's it. 7 of Pentacles in the beginning. And I spoke about rediscovering your spiritual growth. All right. Let me see. Resentment is one of the strongest and most damaging of human emotions. The act of forgiveness is in its own right is equally... Sorry, I hope that was the last time they cut me up. All right. Yes. The act of forgiveness... Sorry. Resentment is one of the strongest and most damaging of human emotions. The act of forgiveness in its own right is equally incredibly powerful, and it has the capacity to heal and to transform you. So that's the act of forgiveness. This year is about releasing resentment, releasing the feelings. I feel it's more towards your connection with the universe and like what you have received, and feeling like if you put in energy and not getting paid out what you want, whether it's energy in a relationship, whether it's energy in a work project, whether it's energy in your physical body, it is about releasing that and restoring your trust and faith and understanding to cope and to heal and to let it go and feel like, okay, I feel a way about it, but I'm gonna let it go. To give that level of forgiveness, it's such a powerful act because that brings in change and brings in transformation. It really does heal you. This year will be a year of healing with you, but it's also the healing of your own magic, because if you hold on to a lot of resentment, it disconnects you from your magic, and with your magic you can make so many things happen, and that's your spiritual growth and your spiritual level and the connection with your own spirituality. It's just what makes things happen for you. So if you let something that didn't work out or wasn't for you hold you back from all the things that are supposed to come in for you, you know, it's strongly connected to that. And I also constantly hear Gemini. So it's like, you know, the eclipses in Gemini are really powerful for you to release and to set new goals. You see, so if you're listening to this before the 14th of December, set your new intentions around that new moon. And if not, you can still do it, because the energy will stay very heightened, especially in the beginning of 2021. So go with that. This will be a year of healing and transformation for you, Pisces. And I'm so excited because it's got some great cards out here on the table. All right. I'm sending you love and light, Pisces. Thank you so much for listening to this reading. And I want to thank you so much for supporting me throughout 2020. I really love and appreciate you guys. So thank you. And I'll be back with a January reading soon. And if you're watching this in the middle of 2021, then hello from the past. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you. That is also something you might want to do, is you might want to come back to this reading in like June, July, you see, just refreshing or just setting your energy right, okay? Mwah. Bye, Pisces. I love you. It's going to be a great year.